Awesome. Thanks all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Alliance. It's season 13. We are starting out tonight strong.
As they do go side by side. It is the formation lap almost done. They will look, all eyes to the lights. That's going to be an amazing start.
And we have a crash in turn 1 already. What's going on?
On to the bus stop straight. Goes for it around the outside.
More contact behind. That is huge. A couple of gainers in that one.
She's given it everything. She has to. I'm not sure that it's over yet, though.
This is the last opportunity.
We're off and away for SRA.
Welcome SRA Nations, this is Sim Racing Alliance GT3 Main Series. This is our finale of the season in Imola. Again, yours truly is here, Groupmaster, and we have Mac Morgan again. Trey is elsewhere, busy.
Yeah, you can catch him over on the D5 stream if you're interested.
So this is our season finale. How are we looking on the standing, Mac?
Well, it is the final race of the season, and with all the penalties finalized for round 7, we can officially say Seth Roca is your GT3 SRA GT3 Team Series Season 14 Division 3 Gold Champion. He is 120 points clear of Dick Zuberburn Jr., and that means that he has secured a spot. The max amount of points you can get in a race is 112, and that's if you get pole, fastest lap, and first place. And I assume you can do math. 120 is greater than 112. So Seth Roca is confirmed to be champion. There's nothing anyone can do to overtake him this race. But further down the order, there is still some positions that could be fought over. Notably, a really close fight for 4th in the championship between Justin McKechnie and Zodi Fade. Just 4 points apart. But Dick Zuberburn Jr., Mike Gino, Justin McKechnie, and Zodi Fade are your 2nd to 5th in the gold championship. In the silver championship, we have Jonathan Wood and Shane Transhu, Jay Queasy, Jeremy Aaron, and Ren Aoki as your top 5. And let me tell you, Jonathan Wood, 18 points clear of Transhu. It looks like it might be in the clear, but Jonathan Wood does not have any drop points. And 18 points, well, definitely fairly sizable for silver, is not insurmountable by any means. I'd say Jonathan Wood has a very good shot at taking the championship, but if he gets unlucky, he could just as easily lose it to Transu, Queasy, or even Yaren, who all have drop points available for them. And for Transu and Queasy, their drop point, if both them and Wood DNF'd, that would mean that they have more points than Wood because of their drop points. So, could happen, but we'll have to see what happens to Jonathan Wood.
That can be hard. Misfortune is definitely required, so maybe from silver 2nd to 4th they are casting some voodoo. Hopefully they are casting some voodoo, because without any misfortune, Wood is quite safe, I would say.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long shot, but it's possible that something could happen there. Moving over to the Teams Championship. At the top, we have No Signal SCR with Seth Roca and Adam Krolikowski. They are 88 points clear of 2nd place in the Team Championship. Now, that 88 points seems like a lot, and it is, even for a Team Championship. But teams, because they're 2 drivers, they can score a lot more points in a race. And so that does potentially offer them a chance for Red Eye Racing, Mike Gino and Austin Whitescarver, to possibly try to close that gap. But I will say it is a long shot. I don't think we'll see it happen. Behind them, OBDA, Ferrari Alaska Racing Team, quite far down. They are not in contention today for championship, but they could possibly try to close that gap. But once again, it'd be an even longer shot to try to take P2. They're mostly just defending from 4th, who's a little bit closer, but also pretty far apart. the gaps in the team championship are pretty well set. I don't think we're going to see much movement there after this race.
Yeah, the gap is kind of large. Let's talk about the track of this evening. This evening we're in Imola. 4.9 kilometer and about 3 miles, 19 turns. I like this track. I'm not good at it, but I like it. A lot of variety in. I don't count T1 as T1, but the map says so. I'm gonna respect it. Coming to the first chicane, Tamburello. High-speed chicane. It is very, very important you get the car on throttle before you eat those sausage. If you're not on throttle before you eat the sausage, you may cosplay Beyblade. So it's 2, 3, and 4. It's a 3-turn chicane, and then down the straight into Villeneuve chicane. Pretty critical too. Medium to high speed, I would say. Again, require you to eat the sausage. If you cannot eat the sausages, your lap time is gonna suffer. Into turn 7 torso, hairpin uphill, so traction zone. Watch your rear tires, don't burn them too hard. Turn 8, just a kink uphill into 9 and 10 per Tella. Another medium to high speed corner, but it is slightly off camber and over the crest entering turn 9. Exit is gonna be a little tricky. It's quite wide. There are a lot of runoffs, so if you ran off, you're not gonna die immediately, but rejoining is gonna be tricky. After turn 10, the track narrow down a lot into Ackerman Rally, which is 11, 10, and 11, 12, and 13. Quite tricky because it is off-cambered, downhill braking. It's kind of two-phase braking. You brake for a teeny bit for 11, brake a teeny more for 12, 13. Uphill, don't eat the sausage, they will wreck you. And uphill to the straight into Variante Alta, the last chicane, very, very low speed. Extremely aggressive sausages, so you're gonna have to eat them, but gently, somehow, and try to not die magically. If you have a good exit, you get the benefit that for a long time down, all the way down to turn 17 and 18. Revetza 1 and 2, downhill braking, so it can be a diving zone. Depends on your exit on Variante Alta. It's an overtaking spot if you get it side by side. If not, if you get a good exit of 18 Verazza 2, that can still set you up for the Tamburello chicane. We are coming to the start of qualifying session. Let me bring that up real quick. I need to bring up the track map. 1 second. There we go.
Well, good news is we're not missing much. Silver drivers currently out on their first laps. They're getting close to ending it in the pit. You can see on board with Alan. I do believe he is the first driver on track who will complete their lap, number 77. And he is coming to the line right now. What will our first time be? Will it be fast? Will it be slow? I think it will be
what time are we looking?
143.5.
Very good first lap when the tire is still a little cold.
Jonathan Wood immediately goes faster. And Queasy right up there with him, just 2.5 tenths back. Really putting in that effort. I tell you what, our silver championship leader is going to be doing his best to hold that position through to the end of this race. And that starts in qualifying.
Alright, I got an instruction from our boss. Let me do that real quick.
Oh, look at most recent thing.
Yeah. Oh. Boss Taxi Baxi.
Yep, Bosco, there's a backseat on it. Well, in any case, here we are in qualifying. Let's see.
7-7. Russell Allen's coming into Beretta, so he'll be crossing the finish line soon.
He's pretty, he's going a lot faster than his time, nearly a second, but he lost a lot of time for those last two corners.
It's still front rows, probably. Ooh, maybe second row. Just lost a little bit.
Oh,
within half a tenth. Not bad, though.
Close. We have 3 drivers within half a tenth right now.
Going to Roddy Byrne coming across. Also really tight. Let's see, front row or not. Oh, not quite, not quite. Should be second row. What? Oh, dang, these drivers are tight. They only got in one spot with a full second of improvement.
Looking at Jonathan Wood right now, Silver Championship leader, trying to make sure that he can take silver pole. It's going to be really important for him to try to hold on to that championship lead through to the end of this race. He is a 10th up on his time, and he is less than a 10th away from Ren Aoki, who is in pole position currently. I think we're going to see a lot of improvement. I've already seen every driver, basically every lap has been improving. What do you think's causing that? Do you think it might be the cold temperatures?
It could be. And also, traffic, because of the temperature difficulties, traffic also would make it even harder. You're already having a hard time getting temperature into it, and if you're following someone, that's not gonna helping anymore.
You know, Jonathan Wood is on an absolute flyer heading into the final 2 corners. He is 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths up, back down to 4 tenths, but still an absolutely insane time. And he holds on to it through the final corner. He's going to improve by a ton to take pole position by a good margin. Comes to the line, and it's pole by just under 2 tenths. Very good lap from Jonathan Wood there. Exactly what he needs to do to try to hold on to his position. As you see him get a little squirrely there on exit, does cost him some time, but he's still the fastest. And I tell you what though, Allen is also going fast now. Russell Allen going fast, looking like he might be able to take pole position, but he loses some time through Aqua Minerale.
You still have one chicane to go.
That final sector can be a tricky one, especially with the chicane and those softness curbs. There's a lot of time you can't find there, but Russell Allen does not find time there.
Wood is waiting for some traffic. Russell Allen lost his delta, about even, but he has the full 2 tenths to close in just one more turn. It would be difficult. Just about even exiting the last turn. I'm gonna hop onto Justin Rosenthal. He's gaining a full 10th. That would get him a spot. There we go into a P8.
You know, something that's interesting here. Shane Transu, who is second in our championship for silver right now, if I do recall correctly. Yeah. He is all the way down second to last in 10th currently. It is not a great time. He's nearly 2 seconds off the current pole position. Do you think that this might be a sign of bad omen for the race to come? It might, I mean, it'd be super unfortunate for Transu, second in the silver championship, and still chance at that title if he can get a good result. He does bump up as I'm speaking up to 8th, but you know, that was I think that was over a second of improvement, so maybe he just needed some time to get in the groove.
He's still 6/10 away, so he would have, I imagine this would be his last time lap, so maybe somehow he gotta pull 6/10 out of his rear. It would be hard to challenge Wood. Wood is looking pretty at the moment. And we got Roddy Byrne. Let's replace, see what's up. It's Pratella. Coming down into... Oh, he just done.
Could have run out of fuel. That happened to me last
Could
week
have.
at Barcelona.
Yep. We got a... this is Jeremy.
Invalidates.
Jeremy's is 7/10 up. Seeing a lot of yellow. A lot of people returning.
7/10. That would give him pole by a wide margin coming through
Oh
the
my
final
god, you're
corner.
right. That is quite a margin he's holding on to.
That would be a 4/10 pole position. Of course, he loses a little bit of time.
Oh
but
lord.
I think he's holding on to it, and he's going pretty fast. I think it'll be a 3/10 pole position, and it is. That is quite the gap there.
Jeremy found a
for
bunch of
Jeremy
sand
Aaron.
just dumped out of his trunk.
What on earth happened there?
Oh, Kyle, the other Morgan was summoned to an D5. D5 hosts need a substitution, so Trey went help and hosting D5 right now. So if you want to watch Trey, he's there. So our first car in the pack would be Seth, I imagine. Yes. 343.
You know, Seth
Oh,
Roca
we got
has won
2 no
how
signals
many
back to
races?
back. Yes, all of them.
Well, I would say I don't know if he's always done quite as good in qualifying as he has been in the race, but I think you'd have to be crazy to not pick him as one of your favorites for pole position today.
I wonder who picked him as fantasy.
Yeah, I do wonder. Who could have possibly done such a thing? Anyways, what are we? About what, a third of the way until first laps now for the gold drivers. End of the first sector.
Coming into the hairpin.
It's looking fairly hooked up so far, but it's of course hard to judge right now as we don't have a live timer on these first laps. All we get is a delta after they've done their first lap, so. I do want to talk though, with those silver results, Transu and Queasy both way down the order compared to their championship rival, John of Wood. You know, could that set a precedent? It is like that. That's very good news for Wood, but Wood is also behind Yaron, who, while further away, still has a chance and is of course quite far ahead. If Yaron's pace does hold through the entire race, Yaron could bump up 3 spots, take the lead of the Silver Championship and win it, but Yaron have to do a very good job to get that to happen.
But Yaron is not exactly in the fight for P1 silver. Did I remember correctly?
If I remember, he's close. He's close enough. He's 24 points off of the lead. It's not very close, but it's possible. He's 4th in silver.
So he's in a fight.
Right,
he's in a fight. 24 is enough if Wood have some misfortune. Or not even just misfortune. Let's say a small misfortune at the start that have him have to have a big lift and let the pack go. Not even a spin. That could gap enough for 24 points gap.
Yeah. Well, Our first gold times have come through, and immediately Tarai, I couldn't remember it. All right, Tarai has gone 5.5 tenths faster than Yeren. Right off the bat, 141.347. That's a pretty crazy time for the first lap. And it looks like there's a number of gold drivers who are now slotting between Yeren and Wood. That's exactly what Yeren wants to happen. That is how Yeren wants this qualifying session to go. As many drivers in between him and Wood is exactly what he's going to need to try to hold on to his hopes of maybe just taking the title in the last race. Roca about to set a valid lap time. Invalidated his first lap, but he's coming to the line. This lap is valid, and he's doing pretty good. And he goes straight up to P2. Less than a tenth off of Tarai.
I'm going to Matt Artem right now. He is at Ackerman Rally. Yeah. 7 tenths up. That would get him to second row, I believe.
Not quite that far up, but it would help him. Krolikowski currently in P3, just a tenth away from Roca. I do believe those are teammates, so... And they are our team champ leaders, so I tell you what, with the way qualifying is going, I don't think the team champ is going to be contested too heavily this evening.
That Matt is on a 5/10 gain. That would bring him to P5? P4? P4! Ahead of Jeremy. And going back to 2 right, it just came out of Ackerman Rally. 1/10 gain. Into Variante Alta. Still holding on to about the 1/10. Seth Rocha is technically on an invalidated lap, but his gain was looking nice. So let's see if he could somehow magically do that magical lap time and take the pole without invalidating his lap. Oh, that was an excellent exit for Verazza for Turai. A quarter-second lead on top of Seth. I'm gonna.
I think Tarai's looking.
See.
I think Tarai's looking pretty good for pole position right now. I don't see anyone else that looks like they're even getting all that close to him. I mean, 2.5 tenths isn't the biggest margin, but it is fairly decent. If you see
Justin
go off track.
RTG. Ooh, oversteered.
Ooh.
That looked it. Yeah, the lap was. You gotta board that.
2 minutes left in qualifying.
Krolikowski, Seth teammate, doing well, P3 at the moment with a 41.5, almost 2 tenths up. Just exit Variante Alta, gain another 10 on top of that. 10.5. Sorry, he's still ripping that benefit all the way down to Verazza. He may, you're right. Coming to Verazza, 1 good use of the curb. Good exit, about even enough into Verazza 2. Use a little bit of sausage, gain a teeny more. Is it about even? Not quite. Oh, it's a Russian relay here. 50-50. 15 millisecond. Oh man, you got one more chance. I'm gonna go backward to Busterski. Jacob right now is half a second up into P4 in the second row start.
You know, we were talking about one more chance for Kolakowski. He's immediately trying to take advantage of that.
Oh, you're right.
2/10 up on his time already. Just completed the first sector. But I tell you what, Tarai also looking to improve. He was a little bit further up a little bit ago, but he's fallen back a little bit. But he's still pretty close to his pole time, and he could improve further, possibly try to fight back for Kolakowski, hold on to pole position. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that right now. Kolakowski through Aqua Minerale, one of the hardest corners on the track, and he does lose a little bit of time, but he's got plenty of margin. He is a 1/10.5 up on his time, and he's only got to improve by 15 milliseconds.
That a massive gain. Is that true? Oh, he didn't get a keep. He just broke a little late. Still, he still got a full 10th.
But Tarai now, Tarai has improved up a full 10th as well. To the final corner, he's going to take pole position right here, but will he hold on to it?
Yeah, Tarai is gonna reply with a strong lap too.
Will it be strong enough? To the line, Kolakowski takes pole position by 1/10 and 15 milliseconds. But Tarai now to the line. He's just got it edge back out, and he takes back pole position last minute. And now we got booster ski.
Tarai saying
nah, but not enough.
We got Alexandros coming in, almost 3/10 up, getting quite a few spot actually. Third row? Is that a third row? Yeah, it's a third row start for Giordano. And we got Robeson.
Just a handful of drivers still on laps. We got Robeson, Martin, and Yaren still left on laps. Martin is improving by 4/10, but he's way down the grid. Robeson in 10th, improving by just over 2/10 currently. Doesn't look like he's going to be improving that much more, but Martin improving by 3.5 comes to the line.
Into P17. And then we got a quarter second up, Robeson. Ooh, dip a wheel into the gravel. Oh, that cost him a 10th and some.
Oh, that took almost away pretty much all of his gain time, but he
got
does
one spot.
Snipe 9th. He does stake steal 9ths away from Arwood.
All right, that was quite a qualifying session. I think Jonathan Wood is safe, mostly. So unless voodoo happened, that man's sitting pretty. So our driver's gonna get their setup correct. Let's read our sponsors.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
Well, here we are back, and the drivers are just now starting the formation lap. Perfect timing on that ad ending.
So our track condition right now is 22 Celsius for both air and track temp. We are racing in the dawn right now, so the sun is not all the way up. There are period of time the sun will shine right into our driver's eyes. That's gonna be challenging.
Oh, definitely. Oh, it can be so annoying when you're just trying to set a fast lap time.
Our oh, that's right, because qualifying and race start in the same happens in the same day in game. Our track condition is optimal already, because for those who practice in a race server, our race server usually start in a fast condition. Since qualifying happened, we're gonna start optimal today. To recap, we got 27 cars tonight, about what we expected. The leaderboard has 29 entries, so only 2 drivers who practiced didn't show up. It's not bad, pretty good attendance rating for the end of the season. We got 2 right and holding up front, and then we got 2 no signal, and P2 and P3. Who's 2 Ride's teammate?
That's a great question. Let me check that real quick.
That is Richie Wood in P10.
Ah,
Violator Racing. Uh-huh.
4th in the championship. Again, I'm not expecting to see too much movement in the top 5 teams after this race. They're all there's pretty sizable gaps between all of them. I think the smallest gap is 60 some points.
Hey, but point is point.
Point is point.
As a driver coming into the last braking zones, and to Ravezza, you see Wiggle. Who is the Wiggler? That would be Busterski doing the wiggle. I'm not personally a huge fan of that, but I'm not against it either. It's fun. Effectiveness.
Last time I tried to do the wiggle, I spun the car in the formation lap and got damaged.
Yeah, you don't do the wiggle mid-corner. You do it before and after.
No, it was on a straight. It was at Watkins Glen last season.
I see.
And I was in D6 at the time. I was pretty slow, and I overcooked it trying to warm my tires. But anyways,
wiggle a little too hard.
Coming to the green line. Gonna go green any moment now. I actually don't know where the start line is for this.
Green light.
And now green we go in Imola. Looks like Boosters get a good launch, trying to box in Matt Ardham. Matt Ardham saying, no, I ain't gonna take the inside, but Matt did break a little early for the first chicane. Busterski took good curbs and good curbs again. Now top 6, 7 in single file. How's the back looking? A little more side by side. Okay, looks good in the pip.
Pretty clean so far. I'm impressed. D3,
the pip is coming
impressed.
into the second chicane as well. Villeneuve's. Oh, one. Is that Zipperburn Jr.? This is off track a teeny bit. The front looks good. Giordano is under pressure by Justin. Justin is right up his rear.
It's been pretty good racing so far, but we still got some close fights, especially in the mid and rear field. Pip is looking at Queasy right now, who just went side by side through turn 9, now turn 10 into Aqua Minerale. Still side by side Queasy is, and he takes the position. Ooh, and that was banging with, I do believe that was Tyler Martin there.
Oh, that's right. Queasy has the pink car. Oh, that's a deep launch in the Ferrante Alta, and he got it stuck. Oh my God! And Queasy just noped out of it. I mean, Queasy noped out of it. That is kind of his position. But I don't know how you're gonna sort that out though. They both kind of just
like something we'll leave for later.
Yeah, and Sippy Jr. Yaron. Oh my God! This is a fight right here. We got. Alexander Giordano, we got Justin McCagney, and who is the next one? There will be Matt. Is that Matt? That's Mark Robason. We got 3 wide. They kind of sorting themselves out. I wouldn't say Queasy in a shamble. Queasy's doing okay. Oh, there's a little bump touch. A little smack.
What's going on there?
A little bumper humper. Everyone is pointing the right way, but there were some position change. That is a cluster. We see. Oh my God! We got Justin. We got Rigatoni. Rigatoni! No! Oh my God! Everything's falling apart. The house of cards crumble. I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna replay it.
What has happened? We were doing so good.
So Rigatoni went out. I don't know. Oh, then a coordinate effect just happens, man. Oh my God, that looks expensive. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my Lord,
goodness.
that was a cluster F.
And somehow,
oh God,
I think that all of our championship contenders have survived from that.
Yeah, okay, I was just about to think. Jay Wood looks good.
Transu, Queasy, Wood, Yaren are all fine, and those are silver championship leaders. I think Transu might have lost a little bit of time from that, but there is but I tell you what, the gap between Wood and Yaren, those cars that are in between them have fallen away.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go up front with Kurakowski. Oh, Busterski is in P3 or P2 right now. I don't know what happened. I missed that. And oh, there's gonna be a switchback from Kurakowski. Yes, he is taking a switchback on Busterski.
There might not be much to fight for in the championship, but that does not mean that D3 is not fighting. There is some close racing today.
No one get a free pass regardless of the position.
D3 is our drivers are not letting up. It's the final race.
Going
This
back
is
to
their final
Justin
chance for
versus
glory.
Richie Wood in Tulsa. Richie's looking down the inside for Pertella. That is a little bit of lunge. Yep. Slot back in. But Richie Wood now is under pressure by Russell Allen. I'm going back a little bit. Aoki versus Fickard. Ooh, Fickard did a bum wiggle.
Oh, but the Mustang just got that engine is too powerful on the Mustang. I don't think there's anything that can be done there for Aoki despite that mistake. Just the Mustang, you cannot beat it on a straight.
Oh, I'm gonna replay this. Looks like Ray lost a spot versus Mark Anthony. Oh yeah, that is a very violent sausage. Free spot for Mark Anthony. And for Townsend too. Townsend got a spot out of them. Hopping forward, Seth Rocha versus Busterski. Ooh, into Villeneuve chicane. Busterski wide, not quite compromised. Not enough for Seth to take advantage. I'm hop back to Justin side by side with Wood into Villeneuve. Oh,
There's so
switch
many
back!
battles.
Switch back by Justin, but Justin is gonna have a slide king. Oh, he'll be on the outside of the slide king. Is he gonna have to? Yes, he did it. He did it. What
Who's that
overtake a
that's gone
toss?
wide? Who is that? That's
Huh?
Artem.
Uh-oh.
Artem-
What position?
10th.
10th.
10th right now. They were
I'm gonna
wide on
replay
the
that.
exit of 9. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, that would Pertella. Must have gone wide and played in the sand pit. Going to Tyler Martin in the back of bottle of water. Today he has a game crash. Rigatone is in the pit. Bottle of water is defending into Varetza. Good defense right in the middle. Don't leave him at his width to play with. Looks like Vickard got a space out of oh, there we go. That was Aoki. Lost a spot out of chicane. Oh, not chicane. That was Pertella. Oh, it is chicane. Going back to... Oh, Seth Rocha still up front. Get on board. Yep, you stay there. You stay there. I'll switch. Good defense. Take the middle.
Seth Roca all over the back of Booster Ski right now. He is begging for a way past.
Oh, see, there's a flashing by Seth. Wonder if there's contact before. He's trying to irritate his opponent.
Meanwhile, Martin has gotten around Queasy. I'll see if I can get a replay on that.
Oh, it already happened. Is that? Nope, nope, we hadn't. Aww.
I don't think I got the
I don't think
timing quite
it
right
is
for
fine.
that. Unfortunate.
Vickard and Aoki is still at each other's throat.
There's a lot of close fights.
Oh, Aoki
Not-
just cut it big time. I was wondering where did he go in the camera. Let's replay that. That must have been a massive cut, like George Russell kind of cut. Oh, he was about to pen Vickard, so he just dipped. Cut the whole chicane. Safe
Honestly,
rejoin. Lost a couple of
respectable.
spots. Yeah, exactly. I mean, no harm to anyone. You lost some spot, but no harm to anyone else, so... Busterski is still holding on. Seth. There were some position change, but didn't stick. Coming to Tosso again. Tossa? Sorry.
This is such a close fight between Booster Ski and Roca, and I tell you, I don't think it's the first time we've seen this fight. I'm thinking, didn't we have this exact scenario play out in Austria? Granted, it was
Oh, was it
Hulu that time,
Busterski?
if I recall correctly.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I think that might have been Busterski. Hey, if that is the case, they both are very clear of how each other's fight, and I'll say they both fight very hard and fair. If accident did happen, fair outcome still comes out. They wait. Oh, Jay Wood! No, man, Artem. How bad is that? So we're coming into Ackerman Rally. Did he lose the rear? No. Okay, oh, a little bum touch by Matt Artem. Oh man, that was quite a few spot.
He's so far
no, he's
down.
P23
He's in
now.
20. The silver championship is wide open, and when I say wide open, I mean Yaren is
Oh
holding
no,
that
drama!
fist. That is a championship-defining moment. Wood is moving again, but we need to look at Roca and Booster Ski as Roca attempts to go for a move on the outside of turn 1, but does not stick. See if you can get the replay on that. I got last bit of the onboard.
And because of that, Busterski is running away by a little. I'm going back to a Balvoa versus Transu into the first chicane. Tamburello.
I got the replay in the pip of Roca.
Oh yeah,
and
let's look at that.
Busterski heading
Oh
into
wow,
turn 1.
yep, that's good defense. Oh, is that a bang? That may have been door banging. I don't know, but it looked at fair though.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a door bang, but I think it was mostly inconsequential contact.
Yeah.
I think that unfortunate, but I think it was a fair fight.
Yeah, looked at mostly fair from the helicam at least. We got Ran Aoki chasing Mark Anthony Eaton. There's a teeny bit of overlap on the outside by... Ooh, that was tight. That was tight. That was tight. Aoki did a good job sticking around on the outside, showing threat posture. Oh, Anthony's way wide on Acromorale. Is he gonna get spanked all the way to Alta? Now we're breaking side by side for Variante Alta. Yeah, a little bit bump touch. No big deal, no big deal. But Ran Aoki did earn this spot. I bet Townsend in the back is looking for them touching each other and get 2 free spot. Where
In the pit,
is...
we got a replay of Robeson and Yaren fighting it out. I don't remember who was in the lead to start with between these two, but Robeson manages to...
Oh, nice Revesa. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very clean racing.
I'm go back. So who has pit? Rigatoni? Has it got a self-delete and some punting?
Figure, turn one.
I'm getting it.
Makes it turn 1. Is that turn 1?
Yeah, that is Temporello. Technically not turn 1, but I agree it's turn 1. What happened? Oh, he almost pinned one of the Yaren. He just like shook his wheel to dodge get out of dodge. So good sportsmanship.
Jason here.
That would be Jason, I see.
Jeremy Aaron is the one who is up in 7th right now, currently looking to take the lead of the Silver Championship.
So Curtis Lee pit, Rigatoni pit, J Wood Jonathan. Oh my god, what talk about a shake up. Matt Artem that was expensive for Matt Artem to cost him. Now we got Alexander Giordano chasing Seth Rocha. Last lap Rocha, last lap was Rocha off track, so it was quite slow, lost him like 3 total seconds. So Alex right now is taking the opportunity to apply pressure onto Seth. You stay there, you stay there.
You know, I think that incident we saw earlier, Busterski and Roca, I think that it, because we saw Roca wound up getting a lot of tire sliding on the exit of turn 3, I guess that is, to turn 2.
Yeah.
But it might have, you know, just harmed his tires. I'm not sure how warm or cold it is right now. It seems fairly cold. So I'm not sure if that would be causing issues right now, but he seems to have just lost a ton of pace. Busterski has held that gap since that incident.
Also, once you get out of the rhythm, it takes a little bit of time to get back into it.
Very true.
And we got Dixon Jr. In the pit a little bit early, but I wasn't sure. I'm not sure where was he before the pit, so maybe he have traffic issue. Or maybe have damage from the thing that Penzo caused. I believe he was in part of that.
For a while.
Yeah, so we have to take a look at his 45 stationary?
50 now stationary.
Oh yeah, so he's definitely fixing damage. So we got Justin versus Jeremy Yaren. Jeremy Yaren, yeah, that's right. There was a really good exit by Justin on the Variante Alta. Now we got the inside Verata 2, a 1. And Matt Artem's diving from the back, trying to close the gap as well. That was very well played by Justin. Yeah, so probably just Dick Zimmerman Jr. felt the damage is not really sustainable. Rather, take the repair time and repair it early than to suffer the rest of 45 minutes.
Roca into the pits, our championship leader into the pits. 15, 16 minutes into the race. I don't think he's likely to have too much damage.
Yeah. I don't recall him getting to bad things. That bad, at least. We got a... Oh no, Sippy got stop go 30. Rest in peace, Sippy. Oh
no.
Heartbreaking.
That's going to be hard because, of course, he's still trying to defend P2 in the championship now. He's got a fairly good gap now, but with this much misfortune, it's becoming increasingly possible that they might be able to pull something out.
So, okay, around the outside tosser on Jason. I'm gonna replay that. I want to watch that. Oh, Jason make a boo-boo exiting Villeneuve. Big boo-boo. Have a large speed delta entering tosser. Onto the 3-car train, we got McKechnie leading Yaren, leading Artem.
Pretty close. I think Artem's going to go for something here. Backs
oh,
out
that's
of
a good one. That's a good one. Close the gap, nice and tight.
He's going to have the slipstream here down the straight. He's
got a double
Audi
toe
against 2 Ferraris. I don't think the 488 that Yaren and I do believe McKechnie is also driving 488.
I think, yeah, I think you're correct.
I don't think either of those are particularly fast. I'm just going to check that real quick.
That 488, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're both 488. I don't think it's the fastest car on the straight. I don't think it's as bad as the 296, but they're not the fastest cars on the straight. But he is not going to be able to close that gap before turn 1. Because, of course, Yaren himself will also have slipstream from McKechnie. You know, something to keep an eye on right now is going to be the pace of Seth Roca, our championship leader, who has pit. Did not get any damage repaired, I believe. 33 seconds stationary.
Trying to overtake his teammate Martin. I wonder if there's a team order. Let's see. Yes, that looks like a team order. At least it was a conscious car swap.
Something interesting for Transu there is that if he can close that gap to Yaren, he does not necessarily have to pass Yaren to take the championship.
Oh no.
Looks like his tires.
Oh, bum wiggle. Oh, and Jake Quizzy barely survived and dodged that.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That looked expensive. Yup. Ackerman Rally does that to you.
Ooh, Artem into the pits trying to undercut Yaren.
That's hell of an undercut, I gotta say.
Yaren has been falling down the order, place by place since the start of this race. Had an amazing qualifying. Seems his race pace isn't quite keeping up with that. But he's got to hold on. If he holds on, he's still got a chance for the silver championship. Wood all the way down to 19th. Has not hit yet.
Tyler Martin just had a big expensive crash at Ackerman Rally, opting not pit for repair. And I'm gonna go scroll through up front real quick. The gaps are really large. So we got leading Adam Turai. I have a gap of 2.5 seconds to Krolikowski. I have a 3+ second to Pustursky. A 6-second gap to Alexander Dordano. But this gap was so large because Seth is supposed to be there and Seth pit. Townsend looks like got a spot out of Anthony. Mark Anthony, let me try to replay that. Oh, Mark Anthony must have exited Villeneuve a little too wide. Nice spot for Austin Townsend. Mark Anthony won his spot back. Oh, interesting strategy. Anthony did not take any curb at Variante Alta.
That is an interesting strategy.
That does look like he lost a little bit of time, though, but maybe he is being conservative about his tire. I don't know if tire loss is there. I've not yet experienced tire loss.
That could be it, I suppose.
Duskin Fickerts into the pit.
That's not terribly surprising. Fickert at the end of the very long train that's conducted currently by Austin Townsend. Less than a second between him and the next few cars, and just outside of a second for a number of cars around that. But I do think a battle of note that might happen in the near future might be a battle between Bottlewa, Jay Queasy, and Shane Transu. They are second and third in the Silver Drivers' Championship, respectively. They are just about a second apart. And if Queasy can get around Transu, then he's opening the door to maybe becoming a new favorite in attempting to take over Championship League, of course, with Jonathan Wood's misfortune. But of course, that's still a big question, as Jonathan Wood
very wiggly
right so far. Oh, was that Jason Yaron?
That was Jason. Yeah, he was very wiggly into Ackerman Rally. Looks like Mark Anthony's front end is a little scuffed up. Oh, so Justin McKechnie and Yaron, that would be Jeremy, are in the pit. It's about the textbook window.
I don't know what Justin's doing, weaving around in the pit lane.
I used the last bit of tire, right, before you take them off.
Yeah, gotta make sure you use up your tires completely.
So we still got Austin Townsend being our train conductor, leading the train with Mark Anthony Eaton, Roddy Burns, Thomas Rick, Jonathan Wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 cars train.
The other Yaron also into the pits. Oh! Is
Seth
it a bad
Roger.
stop for Justin McKechnie? Or is he getting damage repaired? As he has lost track position to Jeremy Yaron. I think he might have had damage getting repaired. He was stationary for 38 seconds.
That could be just a bad stop. A really bad one, like you have to reverse the kind of bad, but looks like I can't quite tell if Austin's Rexy has a busted front end or not. I can't quite tell with the teeth. Looks like Yaron lost a spot to Ficker too. Yeah, right. Maybe a teeny bit. I can't quite tell.
He could have easily just brushed up against somebody in that massive pile.
Richie Wood got a yellow. Let me replay that. Coming into Tamburello. Facing a Yaron. Oh, penetration. Is he gonna survive, Yaron? Okay, he is.
Who did he hit there?
One of the Yaron, I can't tell. That was square on. So no one got spun, but definitely pushed Yaron off to the gravel.
So that was Jeremy Yaron, which I think it might.
Oh, it's Jeremy. It was Jeremy. Jeremy just came out of the pit, right?
Yeah, Jeremy had just come out. Well, they had both just come out of the pit, but Jeremy was the one who was ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
And he seems to have lost some position, lost some time, maybe. I'm not. No, I think he's fine because he's still just in front of Lee. So it might have been Jason Yaron. Who was it that was in the incident? Fickert? Or was it? No, it wasn't.
Richie Wood.
Anyways, okay.
101. If you're looking at the log.
So that was 545.
545 is Jason.
Jason Yaren. That was Jason. So that was not the Jeremy Yaren who is currently involved in that championship battle. That's a breath of fresh air right there to know that we're not getting because we already had that happen with Wood. It would be super unfortunate for it to happen to two drivers.
So we got
in the
Richie.
same race.
Oh my god, that is an excellent exit by Mark Anthony into Revesa 1. Revesa 2 looks pretty even, but so Mark Anthony and Roddy Burns are both pitting. That free Austin Townsend from a little bit of pressure, trying to undercut Austin Townsend. I kind of do agree, because Austin Townsend has been quite a good train conductor. No one's getting past. While the lap time has not been great, they are the train conductor of Austin is running 45 low, while everyone higher up is running quicker lap time. So I imagine everyone wants to undercut him. And we got the Seth Roger. He pitted a couple laps ago. Right now has the fastest current lap and the purple lap as well. His last lap was 42.1, while his purple is 41.8.
Yeah. Another thing I think that's important to note here is that we also had Queasy come into the pits, and Transu has stayed out. Queasy is, it looks like he's attempting to undercut Shane Transu. And of course, if he takes that position, he is looking to, he basically just has to finish ahead of Transu in order to take his position in the championship. I think it's a little bit more nuanced than that. I'm not, it kind of depends on how high up they finish. If they manage to get into the top 10, both of them, then that is true. As long as Queasy finishes ahead of Transu, he will take his spot in the championship. But if they come a little bit lower, somewhere between 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, if they finish in that range, then they will actually be even on points. 3-point gap, 3 points difference between drivers in those spots.
So at the current standing, are we looking that Jonathan Wood has lost the win at the current standing?
I'm not sure at this point. Pit stops still haven't gone through, and Jonathan Wood does have a fairly sizable gap in front of him last I checked. And he's caught up to Eaton now, but he is stuck behind Eaton. But right in front of Eaton in the standings is Queasy currently, but of course there's a 14-second gap there, and then there's 2 more cars, and then you get Jeremy Yaren, and so there's a lot of space there. There's a number of positions, but I don't know that it's enough for anyone.
That doesn't sound like 25 points.
No, it's not right now, but there's a bunch of drivers who haven't pit yet, like Rene Oki and Shane Transu, who now come into the pits. And those are 2 of our other key players, being 2nd and 5th in the Silver Championship, respectively.
Oh, strange.
Like
Transu just got to stop, go 30. So that's GG. So that's lap. So it's only Queasy who is capable of threatening Jonathan, I believe, after this stop, go 30.
Yeah, but Queasy is now... well, there will still be Yaren who's up ahead, who is in a decent spot currently. Yaren is only 3 points behind Queasy himself.
The front runner has pit, Krolikowski, Busterski, and Russell Allen. Russell Allen just got in. So you're talking about Jason, right? Or Jeremy Yaren?
Jeremy Yaren, the silver driver. Jason is a gold driver who's unfortunately fairly far down the order.
Yep. And we got Bob a couple places back.
It's a few places back. It's a few places between Yaren and Queasy, but in those few positions, there's a decent amount of time, around 9-10 seconds, I think. And that is sizable, but of course we still have half of this race left to go. Could easily fall away. Could easily see Wood, Jonathan Wood, come back up and secure his position, because it's a little precarious right now. We really have to wait to see how the pit shuffles out, but I do believe it's mostly shuffled into position now, as we only have Giordano Giordano, who has
Yep.
not pit yet.
Townsend just
If you
came
include
in.
the ones who are currently in the pits.
Right at the halfway point for Austin.
This is critical for Wood. He has to come out ahead of these drivers that are currently in the pits, and he does. Jonathan Wood comes out ahead of all those drivers who were just in the pits. That is critical for his race. He is now 1 position back from Queasy, and yeah, there are 15 seconds in that, but it's the position that matters.
Yep, one position is not 25 points for Queasy. So
Yeah, but there's still Yaron ahead, so I'm going to do a quick calculation with Yaron, figure out how many points he's going to be gaining on Wood, right? If we finish, I'm going to assume
in
they
the
all
current
move
order.
up by 1 position because Giordano in the pits currently.
I still have Yaron chasing Curtis Lee, and under threat by Justin McKechnie. Yep. Giordano just went in. And coming out now, P5. And that's not a bad. I didn't really lose much time about where he, before everyone pit, got on board with Justin.
I have done the calculations, and it is tight. Any position up or down for either of them could, if Yaron gets 1 position up or Wood gets 1 position down, that could throw it all out of whack. But right now, Wood is still leading the championship just barely by just 4 points.
4 points. Also, Yaron need a couple more position. At, I believe, 4 points is 2 position here for Yaron.
It will be 4 points is 1 position for Yaron. If Yaron manages to finish 1 position higher, then he looks to be set to finish right now.
Also, we got Tyler Martin got a DT. Spent too many speed token, I imagined. Hey Bugley, thanks for showing up. Yeah, Wood had a pretty good start until the House of Card fell. Actually, it wasn't even that bad.
Did you see somebody go wide?
Yeah, Mark Anthony Eaton, let me reply that.
Oh, he has just left the server.
Rage quit. Oh, what? Did he get unplugged? What happened? Something happened in real life. He just drove straight and stopped very properly. I imagine something happened in real life.
Yeah, well, I hope he is all right back behind the screen.
Let's go back to here. Does Jay Wood get a spot out of that?
No, I do believe Wood was being chased down by Mark Anthony.
Okay, so Jonathan did not get a spot out of that yet.
No, do not believe so.
I see.
But it has relieved pressure from him, which means that he is free to push forward and try to chase down his other championship rival of Jay Queasy.
Rene has such a better exit from Tamburello versus Richie Wood.
In other news, I do believe that our P2 driver in the championship, Shane Transu, has left the server after that stop and go 30. Can't say I blame him too much, as we see Roca goes deep into the chicane there on the pip. Loses a ton of time to Boosterski and Krolikowski ahead of him.
Everyone looks lonely up front. Boosterski trying to close his gap into Krolikowski. Last lap, he actually lost 2:10, so... But their pace are pretty close. That last lap was Boosterski's best lap, though, so... Oh, actually, last lap was both of their best lap.
You know, on fresh tires, lower fuel, not entirely surprising. They didn't pit all that long ago. Broke on slightly older tires. Looks like the gaps are increasing once again up at the top. Our closest gap right now seems to be McKechnie and Jeremy Aaron.
Jeremy Aaron, yep. And again, Ryan Aoki has such advantage over Richie Wood, over Tamburello. But not enough to make any move. Exiting Verrazza gapped Aoki a little bit.
Aoki is so close to the back of Richie Wood. Just begging for a mistake, begging for an opportunity. And the same can be said for McKechnie as he follows Jeremy through Auckland rally.
Jeremy looked a little slidey. Yeah.
Oh, and McKechnie pulling alongside into the chicane. Will he hold on to it? He attempts to go for the switchback. Oh! Jeremy here a little squirrely on the exit, and that's going to allow McKechnie alongside once again down the straight into the final two corners. He's got to try to hold on to the outside, and he's deep on the brakes. He's trying to hold on, keeps it, just about avoiding contact, and he's still ahead, but he's on the outside. It's going to give him a better exit, but he might lose a little bit of time through the apex, but he doesn't, and he pulls ahead.
That was an excellent exchange of Sector 3 between these two drivers. Jeremy is a little loose exiting Verrazza though, but the toe is showing. Jeremy picking inside?
It to the inside
not quite enough. That's a little tight. That's too tight. Yep.
Smartly chooses to back out. He might not be on track for the championship league anymore, but he can still jump up to second in it. And he's on track to do that much, certainly right now. With 4 spots, 3 drivers in between him and Queasy, that is more than enough space for him to jump Queasy in the standings. And Transu, who has DNF'd. Looking back at Ren Aoki now, still stuck behind Richie Wood, still praying for a mistake.
Yeah, exiting Verrazza the last turn of the circuit was not too terribly strong for Aoki. It's even, but that even doesn't buy him enough advantage, get close enough to take advantage of the advantage he has on Tamburello. As we speaking, he got a big slide exiting Variante Alta. So this first Verrazza, he does okay. It is a second one that is, he needs advantage there that he doesn't have. Is even exiting this corner.
Oh, seems like Richie Wood went a little wide on the exit there, missed the apex a little bit. It'll offer a bit of time to Aoki, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Aoki to be able to pull alongside.
Yeah, and we can see
Richie Wood is not close enough to Russell Allen to be looking at any moves, but I think he is close enough to just get a little bit of slipstream to help him down the straight, which might be part of what's causing issues for Aoki. But Aoki, really good first set of corners.
See, he is so good at Tamburello, but not enough to take advantage of that before Villeneuve chicane. That must be very frustrating, knowing that you are so good at Tamburello, but you can't use it.
All he has to do is pray for a mistake in those final few corners. That's all he can really do right now.
I'm hopping forward to Jeremy versus Justin. The battle is not done after an overtake by Justin.
Aaron is hounding the back end of Justin McKechnie. Aaron takes a lot of curb there.
That was a lot. That looked violent.
He ate that curb like for breakfast. Goodness gracious. Oh, Aoki
Looks
very
even.
close heading into the final 2 corners. You can see that in the pit
Oh
right
yeah, in
now.
the pip. Yep.
This could be it for Aoki, who has been looking for an opportunity for laps now. He is closer than he has ever been heading down to the pit straight.
You gotta stay tucked in. There you go. The top speed of the Porsche just doesn't buy him enough advantage here.
He backs out of its...
He's just gonna get backed up before the third one. Yep, there you go. He just got backed up before the third apex. It is so frustrating to be Aoki right now.
We'll keep an eye on Aoki in the pip, but our main camera back on Yaron and McKechnie.
I'm actually surprised because before they both pit, Justin has a pace advantage. After he overtook Jeremy, he was mostly gone. It was a 3-car train. I couldn't quite remember what is a third car, but after Justin got up front, he was goner. So I'm surprised that now Justin's up front again. Jeremy's hanging around, still applying pressure. He ate so much curb. That is great to see. He paid for the splitter. He used the whole splitter.
Yeah, that's Yaron who's taking that curb. I do believe the 48 is very good with taking a lot of curb, if I'm not mistaken.
I never brave enough to drive that car.
They were both in the same car though, so...
Yep, it's equal machinery.
Aoki once again very close to Wood on the exit out of that final corner. Very close, nearly touching bumpers now. He's got to go for it. And Wood hanging on to the inside. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough.
Can he hang on side by side? Oh no, and it happened. That is not nice. Oh. Is he gonna wait? Is he gonna be hit and run? Bye-bye.
Oh, that is
That would be a
unfortunate.
10-second, I believe. Oh, that could have gone so well, though. That had a potential. At least that move was not reckless. I definitely do not think it was reckless by either drivers. That was so close to be a good one. Overtake or not, that was so close for both of them to survive.
Yeah, well, it's an unfortunate outcome to a very tight battle.
Yep. With emotion and frustration after you look at someone for so long.
Oh yeah, I've definitely experienced that. In the pip now, we are looking at Fickert, who's just behind.
We got a yellow.
Greg.
That would be Jason.
Looks like he's just he might have gone a little bit wide. Nope, fine there. Wide in the next section. Could have also taken too much curb.
Oh,
yeah, looks like...
boop. Oh, that looks expensive.
Ooh. That's a hard hit.
Yeah.
Hard hit. Definitely going to be some damage to that car, but it looks like it's driving fine.
Now another Yaron. The surviving Yaron chasing down Justin. Still. Pick the outside. Justin also picked the outside. No overlap, so 4 in line. A little too much curve for Jeremy. Everyone's pretty spaced out at the moment. We got a 3-car train in the back though.
You're looking at it in the pip. Fickert at the back in the Mustang, trying to hold on to the back of Reg and Burns, both in the Porsche. It does look like Reg and Burns very close heading into that first braking zone. Fickert gaining a lot of time in the braking zone as Reg has to hit the brakes early. Oh, it's very close between Burns and Reg at the moment.
Oh, did Burns make it exit wide? A little bit. Reg is right up with it in the pip. The main screen, Jeremy Aaron try again. In reversa. Down the inside. Is he gonna scare Justin? Nope, Justin's like, nah. Not buying the dive.
You know, sometimes when you're chasing a driver, that's all you can do is just make them scared, make them think you're gonna be an idiot and go for a move that was never there, because they have a choice then. They can either hold their ground, get taken out, and, you know, penalty might, or not, their race is still ruined, or they can hold on to it, but if you don't go for, or they can back out and let it happen and wait for the penalty, but then if you're not going for it, then they've just lost a ton of time with that.
Baker is doing pretty well against Reg in the pip.
Oh yeah. Very close battle between these drivers, fighting over 17th, 18th, and 19th positions. Just half a second in between all of them heading down into the first braking zone. All of them very close. Vicker getting very close to the back end of Reg there.
Yep.
Loses some time backing out of that.
That was nearly a pen by Vickard.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go forward a little bit. Seth Rocha now very much closing down on Jacob Usterski. Trying to get the last podium spot.
Vickard, oh no!
Oh no, you gotta replay that.
Going through the hairpin there. Vickard just a little bit spicy on exit.
Oh, what?
Before he even got to the curb, just too much on the gas. Lost it under acceleration.
Oh my god, Seth Rocha.
Who are we looking at in the main screen there? Is that Rocha?
That's Rocha chasing up Usterski. That was almost an exchange.
Yaron. What's happened to Yaron? Yaron's lost position to Russell Allen.
Oh no, you should replay that. Keep.
I didn't go back far enough.
It didn't go enough.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Back a little bit further.
Oof. That would let Justin breathe a little bit. Oh, we were playing again. Nice, nice.
Yeah, replaying again, looking at Yaron. Looks like he's going to go for the overtake. Managed to make it stick. A little bit of contact. Awesome both time. And then he lets
him by. Yeah, okay. So
in the process, he loses a position
one more
to Russell
spot.
Allen.
I admire that though. So
yeah,
no one died.
Respectable.
Yep.
Respectable.
Yep.
Hopefully he'll avoid penalty points from that, but we will find out.
The time penalty definitely would be taken back, I would say. The point, I don't know.
It depends on how severely they see the incident.
It could be just a warning, yeah. Warning plus 5 and then downgrade the 5.
But Yaron all over the back of Russell Allen.
Yes, I didn't mean to give you back. Give that back. That wasn't for you.
Oh, look at how close they are heading down into the final sector. They are so close together right now. Heading into the final few corners, I don't think Yaron's going to send it, but I think he is going to try to set up an overtake, or he's going to go
he's wide.
deep.
Oh, please point forward. That looked sketchy.
That was terrifying. Well, there are currently only 2 battles happening on track. There are 10 minutes left in this race. Wood is still holding on to the championship right now.
After the big misfortune. Blue flag? Okay, Yaron.
Yaron is the highest silver driver who still has a shot at it. And he is in 11th, which would net him 57 points. But he needs to make up 24 points on Jonathan Wood.
That doesn't sound enough.
That is only going to be a 12-point gain. That is half of what he needs. Something major would have to happen for there to be an upset in that department.
figured after the expensive crash into the pit. Yeah, that front end looks jacked up. We got Thomas Rick chasing Rolly Burns. And again, we got Seth Roger back at it again for Busterski. Coming into Paratella. Looks pretty even, the pace-wise. Last lap, Busterski's pace is practically equal to Seth's, within half a tenth, so... If Adam really want to do a team, because Adam has practically no chance on 2 right, so our race leader, Adam 2 right, has a 9-second gap. Burns.
Greg on Burns, you can see it in the pip.
I'm gonna go down and replay that.
Greg got an excellent exit from the final corner. Just with that slipstream, manages to get the overspeed, and he gets the turn. He gets it done before that first braking zone.
Yeah. So back to a race leader, Adam 2 Rice, very comfortable ahead with a nearly a 9-second gap to Adam Krolakowski P2. There is Team No Signal. And then we got Jacob Busterski, P3, rounding out the podium, and Seth Rocha. We thought he would win, but he's hoping for the last podium spot at the moment. I was gonna say, if Townsend got a yellow, that Ackerman rally, let's try it. What's up?
That could be really bad. I hope he gets moving again pretty soon, as the leaders are coming up to that location.
The second braking zone got him. No one hit him, please. Nice. Didn't look expensive car-wise, but there may have been a couple of spots. Actually, I don't think that was. I think that was just leaders, so you're right on that. Aoki is eyeing for Jeremy. Is it Jeremy? The Jeremy spot. Last lap, Aoki has quite an advantage over Jeremy. Jeremy's lap is over a second slower than Rand's.
No one, though, is getting close to our race leader, Tarai.
It ain't gonna happen.
Got pole position by a fair margin, and has since then, the entire race, just been off in his own division.
Now Seth Rocha has a pretty good exit versus Busterski on the Ravetza. Nice toe we're looking at. Busterski pick right, and that's a pen! That I don't know who moves. Oh, they both healthy. They're both healthy. I cannot believe that.
Could have been so much worse.
I thought they both got sent straight to Jesus. Whoa.
I think what we saw right there was a product of Imola's bendy front straight. Oh no, Seth Rocha! Taking too much curb on the inside.
Lapse of concentration after that.
Into the gravel.
Yeah.
Lapse of concentration.
Couldn't tell who moved first or last, or who shouldn't do this or that in the front straight. I couldn't tell.
Richie Wood around Jay Queasy, and then Queasy back around. I think Wood let him by.
I'm gonna try that.
A replay of that.
Yep. Queasy made a really bad exit in the... Oh, they both made a bad exit. They took turn making bad exits.
Well, they're nice and close together now.
Oh, Stefan is not racing us tomorrow. Local farmer starts. Do you sell stuff there, Stefan? If you're still here, what do you grow? That's cool. I love local farms market. Love me some good tomato.
Oh yeah, there's farmers markets all around where I am at. All the good foods there.
So, Jerry stall on the chat say Eaton got a DT and rage quit. Apparently I missed that. Mark Anthony got
I also missed that.
yeah, spent too many speed token.
Yeah, I saw what happened with the with him going off. I did not see the drive-through that made him decide to do that.
Wow, quite an attrition this race. Faker disconnected. Okay, that's understandable. That was very expensive. I saw him pit.
Yeah,
quite an attrition. We're down to 21 cars, starting with 29, I believe. Is that right?
I don't
27?
know. I don't know. It seems accurate, somewhere in that range. I know that we started with at least 25 drivers.
Rigatoni, oh no, Penzo, what's up, my man?
Penzo.
Okay, coming down to Variante Tamburello.
What a horrible season it is to be Penzo Rigatoni.
Oh, the curve.
He has had such a bad season. He's had some very good results, in times where he's looking to do good. As we're looking at side by side, Richie Wood on Jay Queasy doesn't look like he'll be able to get it this lap.
A good defense by Bottle of Water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. So Stefan has a Castle and Cauldron booth there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I forgot Farmers Market sells a lot more stuff than only produce. That's mostly what I'm there for. Oh, Stefan, are you into 3D printing? That would be... I haven't looked at your page really, but it seems very fitting for the Castle and Cauldron's product. Is Jay Queasy's front end busted? It looks not... Yeah, his front end is a little buffed.
We got a replay of Reg and Burns, looking like they Burns might have tried to go for a move. Doesn't look like it's stuck though.
They look a little far apart.
They're pretty close. What I'm confused about is, didn't Reg get ahead of Burns a few laps ago? I seem to remember that happening, so I'm wondering, did we miss Burns getting back around Reg? What happened there? Well, anyways. Wood and Queasy so close together. I believe the Aston Martin has a better straight line speed than the McLaren. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Yeah, that is very true. But that is a nice toe that Richie got though. Richie picked the outside. Jay Queasy is going to replace defense once again.
Seems like Wood just did not have the confidence in the car to try to hold it along the outside. But he's gaining once again through the start of Sector 2.
I'm going to Rex and Burns on the main screen, coming into the first chicane. A little wide. And a lot of curb! Is that going to compromise Burns? Not quite. He just straight up back Thomas. Thomas got it inside though. He's got there, go side by side into Villeneuve. Inside got the advantage. And Thomas got a spot out of Burns in the last lap. Glad I caught that.
Oh. Something happened to Lee?
Yeah, I'm trying to replay that.
Or it could have also just been a glitch in
it could be just
timing.
Yeah, I think more likely is.
Oh yeah, I think we saw it there. I think I saw your screen glitch out a little bit. I think he just had a momentary disconnect or something.
Yep. Richie Burns. Oh my god, looking left and right. Bottle of water. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oof. I don't know. I can't tell, man. But that
We're
was...
going to need a replay of that.
Yeah, let's do it. So they're coming down to...
Oh, that is unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. I can't tell whose fault it's that.
Nor can I. Is that Ren Aoki into the pits?
Oh no! Why? Yes, but why?
Did he get a penalty when we didn't that we didn't see? What?
I don't think so. I don't see. That's only 21 cars. Oh, and Richie Wood is waiting for the leader. Okay. Oh, Richard Wood RTG. What?
I don't see
I-
any.
I'm confused.
Why is Aoki into the pits?
I don't understand, and I don't understand Richie Wood pitting RTG. I mean, yes, it's frustrating.
Out of the pits now, but the race is already over for him.
Yeah, I don't.
As he comes out of the pits.
Did he run out of fuel?
He
I
could
mean,
have.
at the end, that's what you do, kind of, right? When you pit this late, is you pit or RTG, you ran out of fuel.
Well, anyways, race is over now. We in the pit on board of Taraj doing donuts out in the gravel. And I do believe that with the finishing order that we have is Taraj, Krolikowski, and Boosterski, your top three. Roca coming in fourth. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Jay Wood is your silver champion.
I think so. The gap, they didn't close the gap enough.
Because I remember last time we talked about their positions, and I don't think either of them had changed all that much after that point. So I do believe that that is it. I do believe Wood has taken the silver championship. Congratulations. And team championship also should be secure with Seth Roca's win. So no signal, SCR, Seth Roca, Adam Krolikowski should have won the team championship. So I do believe that is all of our championships decided. I don't think we'll have to wait on penalties. We'll find out though. Some major penalties for one of them could potentially throw some cogs in the works, but I think it's pretty well solidified.
I believe so as well. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick and see if Boosterski's there. I don't see Boosterski. I don't see Krolikowski either. Just Adam Turai. Alright, I'm gonna get him in. Hello, Adam. You're on YouTube right now.
Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna push to talk. Let me fix it.
All right. Well, we can wait for a moment. All right. How was your race? How did that go? How does it feel?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, I've been overall unlucky this season with my pedals broke before the first race. Second race, I spun. Third race, which one is that? That was Kodak. Third race was good, but overall,
second race was Koda.
Oh, second race is Kodak. Second race was fine. Third race, I killed myself. It was just overall bad season. So finally being able to put together an amazing race feels amazing.
But this hour looked lonely. Were you lonely?
Not really. I was just pushing. I was just trying to stay alive. Sorry, I was just trying to stay alive, and I was chasing that fastest lap, but couldn't take it back from Seth.
Yeah, Seth has some misfortune, I believe, that after that he couldn't just get around other cars.
With the back markers?
No, I don't think the misfortune. I couldn't quite tell actually what the misfortune was, but after the pit, he did. Oh, that may have been it.
There was
that may have been it. He pitted early
with him and Boosterski, wasn't it? Was
yeah,
a small
but
incident between the two?
Before that, when he came out, he couldn't undercut anyone. He pitted early. That could have been back markers. Unsure.
Yeah.
So have you planned your shoey since you are gonna be? Well, you're gonna have to submit a shoey, or you're gonna get a ban.
Sorry, am I in contention? There's no way I'm in contention for.
You're in the team. Is that true? Sorry,
that's Krolikowski.
That's another Adam. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
still a great job with a win, though. Still a great job with a win.
But I think next season, just trying to put everything together, then I might be able to accomplish a win. I mean, I doubt I'll stay in D3, and I'm trying to get into D2 because Wednesdays is preferred for myself. But overall, like, I I just kind of wish that I had a better season, and then this race would have just sealed it up.
I don't think it would be too difficult for you to get into D2, to be honest, because your pace is there. Even if you think you have a little bit of gap to D2, which I don't agree, during the off season you can totally push for D2 and get your Wednesday spot.
D2, you've shown your pace today. I'm fairly certain you'll be finding yourself in D2 next season.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, congratulations for the win. Before we send you out, do you have anyone you want to shout out or thank to?
I would like to shout out the Noobs RS Racing League, because that's where I really started. That's what brought me up from just a rookie to being able to compete at this level. And then also Wreckham Race Team, which is the team which I was a part of for the longest time, which also helped to bring that up, and just I don't know, the constant support from the friends around me and all that to just continuously improve.
Well, congrats for the race win. Hope you will have better luck next season and no self-delete or hardware issue.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's look. We have
Kolakowski still not in the chat, but we do have Jacob Boosterski.
Yeah, let me pull him in. Hello, Jacob. You're on YouTube.
Hey.
Hello, Jacob. How was the race?
It was okay. It was, you know, it was challenging. Kind of started reminding me of Red Bull at some point.
You weren't the only person who noted that. Holding behind Seth Roca for so many laps.
Yeah, so it was like a deja vu. Luckily, I was able to hold him off this time. You know, there was some a couple of I guess
contacts
touches here and there. Yeah, contacts, but but in
the contact near the end on the front straight, that looked so dangerous. I thought you were both seeing Jesus right after that.
You know what? I took my foot off the gas, went into the grass, and I was just trying to. I was praying basically to make sure to hope that I don't spin out. But it worked out. You know, I was able to put it back on the track and keep going. So yeah, no, how should I put it? I can't wait for Seth to be moved to a different division. Because,
yeah, I'm fairly sure he's not staying here. That's not a chance. There's a huge gap, so understanding.
I think we'll be seeing him in D1 next season.
That is actually a possibility. That is a possibility with this gap.
Well, yeah, I that's good for me, and congratulations to Seth.
Yeah. Anything more remarkable for you during the race?
You know what? At the beginning, there was a few position exchanges. I think I was at P1 at some point, but it was just it was. I had a hard time getting into the rhythm, but after 5-10 laps, it was just kind of trying to keep the pace and minimize mistakes. So yeah, that's basically from start to end. Aside from the defending against Seth. That's pretty much the whole race, right?
Yeah. I am it was hard crunching, I guess, to watch you guys fight, because like you said, Red Bull Ring, you guys had history. But also, I mean, I was fairly confident both of you were fair racer, but you both raced really hard, so I was really again surprised none of you died from the pit front straight.
For me, the safest thing would be to let him by, because with defending like this, there's always a chance of contact, and sometimes this contact can result in basically dying, right? So yeah. So the safe bet is to just let him by, but I just can't. That's not in me. I love competing and I love winning. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, but Seth, yeah, I'm not gonna let you go easily.
Not for free.
Right? Yeah, you got to earn it, man.
Yeah. Well, congrats for another podium. Before I let you go,
You got any
Mac, you got any Mac questions? I guess.
I just got one question. You got any shoutouts?
Just to my brother. Hopefully, he'll get to. He's in Europe, so he missed. He's in the D4. He missed a few races.
Oh, who's your brother?
Hopefully, he'll be watching the replay tomorrow because of the time change. So shout out to my brother.
Who's your brother? Because we both here race D4.
Who is your brother?
Koval.
Oh, it's Koval. Okay.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Aaron? Is that the first name? I don't quite
That's
remember.
That's the last name.
That's a portion. That's a portion of a last name. That's the easy part, right?
Well, congrats. Hopefully we'll see you next season. Probably D3, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna stay here or not. You're pretty quick too, so.
You finding yourself in D2 silver.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So.
Yeah, I think last qualification there was a toss up between D2 and D3. So
I see.
I don't mind either way. I like a challenge. So if it's D2, then it's D2. If it's not, if it's D3, then at least maybe I can fight for top place, top 5 finish, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we like to hear. Looking forward, looking for a challenge. Exactly the right mentality. Great job this season and this race.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, I guess that concludes our season for our SRA main series. Oh, is he? Oh, he is. He
showed up.
Good eye, good eye. I was about to shut us off. There we go. Hello, Adam.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How was your race? Good race, yo.
It was interesting. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Seth was trying to get by Busterski for a while, so
I was wondering, are you going to drop back to back him up?
Yes, and I was a little bit here and there, but then he would get close, and we'd think he was going to make the move, and then he'd get blocked or something. So yeah, it didn't work out, and then at that point, Turai was already gone, and couldn't really back up much because my tires were starting to drop off too, so I was worried about losing P2, so just kind of, and then I think there was a bit of an incident. I think Seth got pushed off to the track or something.
Yeah, that was spicy.
So
it was a spicy moment. We'll see what comes of it. But I do believe congratulations are in order.
Well, the team win.
You and Seth Roca, team champions.
All right.
How's that feel?
That feels great. I mean, honestly, Seth is the team MVP for this season for sure. He held it down while I was out of the country dealing with some family stuff. I think he won 3 or 4 races in a row. So without that, I don't think we would be team champions. Also, congrats to Seth on the drivers' championship as well. So yeah, good season for No Signal SCR, I think for sure.
Got any ideas for Shuey?
Yeah, we kind of started. We didn't want to be, cart before the horse, but we did start bouncing around a few ideas. So now I guess we need to solidify them now that we can. I'm not gonna give any. I'm not gonna divulge.
No spoiler.
No spoilers.
I'll be looking forward to it before the start of next season.
Awesome. Yeah. Hopefully we can entertain y'all some more. How was the race? Watching it, guys, was it good?
It was good. Like you said, Seth got spicy at the end with Busterski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like a lot of laps.
Yeah.
That was
There was a bit of a lull in the middle, but there was always something to look at, and that's about what you can ask for from a race.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys called it amazing as always. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for me and Seth, the team, and probably everybody in SRA. Without you guys, this would be pretty dull. So thank you guys so much for what you do.
So I guess you did say your speech to thank people. Well, are you hoping to stay in D3 next season? Because I don't know if you can do that. I think you may get promoted.
Yeah, I'm expecting probably. I mean, winning the team championship, I think typically gets you promoted. And I think looking at the times throughout the season, especially like in the last second half of the season, I think I was pretty solid into D2 times. So I think, you know, I wouldn't object to going to D2 for sure.
Well, congrats for the win. Both of us can't wait for your shoey. We'll see you next season.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, I think that is it. Yeah. Am I missing any?
No, that's our 3 podium standards. That's everything. We've said who's won the championship. I do believe that is a wrap.
That is our season for season 15. Is that right?
14.
14, yes, right on the screen. Season 14, Division 3 of our main series. Hope to see you in our shoey stream on Twitch. I don't exactly know when it's that yet. Usually it's in about 4 weeks or so. And
yeah,
then
4 to 6 weeks, somewhere in that time
they'll
frame.
be on our SRA Twitch account on Twitch. If you want to get in touch with us, please like and subscribe the video, the streams. You can always watch us back. Like and subscribe. If you want to join us, go on to the website sra.gg. We always welcome any racers. Oh, we're PC, but we welcome race of any equipment, any skill level. We don't discriminate. If you're first learning, we both here start fairly low division. I know drivers who are in D2 with a controller, so I don't know how, but they are good. So we welcome anyone to join us. Any last word, Mac, before we shut us off for the season?
Make sure to come join our Discord server if you want to see when the next season starts, or if you want to join us. I do believe you can find a link on our YouTube channel somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head where. But you can also go to sra.gg and find the link there. But also make sure to tune in tomorrow night as Divisions 2, 4, and 6 have their finales. Same time tomorrow. You'll see me and Cube there in D4.
That's right. Finger crossed. All right. So last hope for both of us to have fortune tomorrow. At least don't have misfortune. That's the big part. And I'll see you streams, chat in the next season. Signing off.